I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about our Cottage Grove Kids scheduling plan. We will be scheduling Cottage Grove Kids for a trimester at a time. So that means that the schedule that we make will run from September to December, from January to April, and from May to August. We're trying to have our schedule be consistent and persistent, which means that people will be serving regularly for a duration of time. But we want to give you a chance to on-ramp and off-ramp if the commitment seems to be a lot for you. For instance, if you know you're going to be having a busy season in the spring, you may want to commit for the summer or the fall. But our hope is honestly that people will enjoy what they're doing and be receiving the fruit of how they're serving and decide to stay with us in some capacity for more than one trimester at a time. If you're unable to do that, that's fine. And we will take whatever opportunity we can get for you to serve our kids. Within our ministry, we will be scheduling our coaches for every week. We'll be scheduling our lead teachers also for every week, and our bi-weekly volunteers for every other week. We're doing the majority of our scheduling on a website called planningcenter.com. Some of you may be familiar with Planning Center because that's what we use to schedule our weekend volunteers in the worship and tech area, and also with our welcome team. If you're unfamiliar with Planning Center, you may have been getting emails from them already, and you'll want to sign up and get an account. Each person that gets an email from Planning Center already has their name and a profile started by us for you. When you get an email from Planning Center, you'll have the opportunity to accept or deny the dates that you have been scheduled for. We're hoping that because you're committing regularly, you'll be able to accept the majority of those, but we'll go over in just a minute what to do if you can't commit to every single Sunday that you are scheduled. I do want to mention that Planning Center has two modes to it. Actually, there's more than that, but there's two that we'll be using. So in Planning Center, you're able to toggle at the top between services and groups. So services will appear kind of with a green heading, and when you click into groups, you'll get an orange heading. In services, we can plan our schedules and line up all of our volunteers for each Sunday, and then in groups, you're able to see, specifically within the kids ministry, you'll be able to see who are all of the people who serve within a certain classroom. So you'll be able to click on the infant group and see all of the people who serve within the infant room at Cottage Grove. You'll also be able to see the list of all of our subs, that people that have signed up just to be subs for us for the next trimester. Planning Center does have an app, Planning Center Services. It's a little green app, and you can, if you download the app, do all of your scheduling just from your phone. You'll be able to accept and deny and look up your upcoming schedules from the ease of your smartphone. If you're unable to serve one of the Sundays that you're regularly scheduled at Cottage Grove, like you know ahead of time that you're just not going to make that Sunday, we are actually going to be asking you to help us find a sub for you. If our coaches are unable to attend a Sunday, we have a list of people who the coaches will have access to, who are only going to be substituting as coaches in this upcoming trimester. Coaching is an important job and requires quite a bit of training, and so we want only specific individuals to be available for that. If a lead teacher is going to be gone from a classroom, we would ask the lead teacher to actually look at the other volunteers within their room and help identify someone that can take on the role of the lead teacher. And if a regular volunteer is going to be gone, or if the lead teacher is going to be gone and we need to find just another person to be extra hands and extra words in the room, then there's a few ways we want to go about that. So if you're a volunteer, a biweekly volunteer looking for a substitute, we would ask first that you look at the schedule and see who serves opposite you. So I will be sending out to all of you a schedule that looks a little bit like this, that has the teams for each room. One nice thing about this way of scheduling is that it does really allow for consistency and predictability as well. So if you are serving, let's see, I believe this is the infant crawler room for 1 week, This is the infant crawler team for the same service for the next week. So these groups of people will be interacting most likely with the same groups of kiddos every week. So we would love if you're able to switch here or here with someone so that we can keep the volunteers regular and the kids and the parents are getting to spend time with the same people. If that is not an option, then we would ask that possibly you would look to see who works in the same room as you, a different service, and find someone from one of those services that could switch. If that is also not an option, then like I mentioned, we do have a growing list of subs. People who have said, I'm not able to commit regularly, maybe they have work commitments or other family things going on, but they want to be a part of our ministry. And so if you need to go to our sub list in the planning center groups, then we would invite you to do that and go in and individually ask people if they would be willing to work during your service time. Lastly, once you have found a sub, or if you're just really struggling to find one, we would ask that you would communicate with the lead teacher and the coach in your classroom. We just want to make sure that we always know who is coming and who we're expecting, and that our classrooms are well staffed so that our kids can be safe and enjoy themselves. If you need to, you can also reach out to me and I can help you navigate that system a little better for now, since we're in between kids coordinators. We want to do a good job of helping you and not leave you feeling overwhelmed. Thank you for serving in Cottage Grove Kids, and thank you for being patient with us as we seek to continue to build this ministry and move more into the discipleship of our kids. God has given us an awesome opportunity here with them, and I'm glad to have you as a part of our team. Thank you.